There's a lot of noise swirling around the San Francisco 49ers offense heading into this new season. And to be honest, I get why. After a disappointing 6-win, 11-loss finish last year, people are frustrated, fans are restless, and plenty of folks are already calling for a full teardown, talking rebuild, suggesting it's time to scrap the ship and start over. But I'm not in that camp. And even if I were, this week's developments have given us a serious reason to pause and reconsider what this team might be capable of. Because the 49ers offense just got a significant boost. And I'm not talking about speculation or hype. I'm talking about actual reason for optimism. Let's start with the running back room, because that's where things get interesting. The national media has started dropping their preseason rankings. And guess what? Despite losing Jordan Mason, who, let's not forget, led the team in rushing through the first stretch of the season last year, the 49ers still rank 6th in the NFL when it comes to running back depth. 6th. Now, some people might be mad about that, thinking it's too low. And to be fair, I get that. There's a case to be made for them to crack the top 5, especially considering the upside they have in that room. But being 6th without Mason, that says a lot about what other teams and analysts think of this unit's potential. That's not bad news. That's actually solid. That's what we call a good problem. Still, I gotta ask, are the 49ers actually being underrated here? Let's look at who's ahead of them. We've got the Lions, Eagles, Falcons, Ravens, and then the Dolphins sneaking in at 5. Now look, I'm not going to throw a fit about the top 4. Those are teams with legitimate arguments. The Lions have a strong 1-2 punch with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. The Eagles added Saquon Barkley. The Falcons have Bijan Robinson. And the Ravens just brought in Derrick Henry to pair with Lamar Jackson's insane rushing threat. So yeah, those make sense. But the Dolphins at 5? That's where I start raising eyebrows. Miami's room is young, unproven, and not as battle-tested. You're telling me Devon Achane and a 4th-round rookie make for a better unit than a healthy Christian McCaffrey, a potentially explosive Isaac Guerendo, and a dual-threat talent like Jordan James? I'm not buying that. Upside is one thing. Proven production is another. McCaffrey, when healthy, is as good as it gets in the NFL. He's tier 1 elite. No questions asked. We don't need to pretend there's a debate there. He's not just a running back. He's a weapon. Someone who can take over games on his own. When he's out there doing his thing, the 49ers offense becomes a whole different animal. Now, I know there are concerns with Guerendo. The injury history is real, and if he tweaks a hamstring in camp or suffers another leg setback, yeah, that's going to raise serious questions about his long-term future with this team. He'll make the roster this year, sure, but the patience won't be infinite. Still, what the guy brings to the table when healthy is undeniable. Elite burst, track speed, surprising power. He's lightning fast, especially for his frame, and that's not something you find every day. Then there's Jordan James. Man, I'm excited about this kid. Everything about him screams right fit for the Shanahan system. He's versatile, smart, a powerful runner who can also catch out of the backfield. And here's the kicker. National analysts are starting to see it too. A bunch of them are already calling James one of the most underrated picks of this year's draft. Not just for the 49ers, period. They see a player who can contribute right away. And honestly, so do I. The system fits him like a glove. The coaching staff knows how to maximize guys like him. If the opportunity arises, and let's hope it doesn't because that would mean injuries to McCaffrey or Guerendo, but if it does, James is ready. He can be that guy. Of course, this all ties back to usage. One of the things that frustrated fans the most last year was how heavily Shanahan leaned on McCaffrey without sharing the load more. I talked about this all last offseason, hoping the 49ers would rotate more, give Christian some breathers, especially with Mason coming on strong. That didn't happen. And now Mason is gone and we're left wondering, will Shanahan finally change the approach? I hope so, because if you want McCaffrey to stay healthy and fresh down the stretch, you need to give some of those touches to other guys. You've got the talent in the room. Use it. And I'm not saying Guerendo or James are going to take over or anything like that, but rotating them in, that could extend McCaffrey's season. That could keep him effective in January, which is what really matters. The blueprint is right there. The Lions do it. The Dolphins are trying to do it. It's time the 49ers follow suit. Christian is too important to be run into the ground. Let's not forget, even after all the injuries and offensive struggles last year, Kyle Shanahan is still being praised around the league as the best play caller in football. Think about that. A 6-win season, a frustrated fan base, a lot of noise. And yet across the national landscape, Shanahan is still being recognized as a top offensive mind. That says something. And for all the peaks and valleys we've seen during his tenure, the truth is teams would line up to fire their own head coaches if it meant bringing Kyle Shanahan in. He's respected, he's valued, and yeah, the results haven't always been perfect, but there's a reason he's still here and why people still believe in what he's building. Just look at some of the other names getting attention. Ben Johnson, Kevin O'Connell, Sean McVay, these are rising offensive stars, and Shanahan is still in that conversation. Always has been, always will be. The league is full of young, talented play callers, but few have done what Shanahan has done consistently. He builds around his quarterback. He adapts. And when the pieces are in place, the offense hums. There's a reason, even after a disappointing season, the 49ers offense is still ranked among the league's elite in terms of talent and playmaking potential. Speaking of which, let's talk about those playmakers. This is where it gets exciting. ESPN's Bill Barnwell just dropped his rankings, and the 49ers came in at number 4 in terms of offensive weapons. That might sound like a drop since they were number 1 not long ago, but when you look at what they dealt with last season, number 4 is impressive. Deebo Samuel gone. Brandon Ayuk missed most of the season with an injury. Ricky Pearsall barely got on the field. Christian McCaffrey played through pain basically the entire year, and yet even with all of that, they're still a top 5 playmaker. Group in the league, that should tell you everything. Barnwell pointed out the obvious concerns. Ayuk's coming off a torn ACL. McCaffrey has now missed big chunks of time in 3 of his last 7 seasons. Injuries are unpredictable, but it's fair to wonder if Christian can hold up for 17 games. Then there's the loss of Deebo and the addition of Demarcus Robinson, who's already being labeled a journeyman, but let me tell you something. Robinson's time with the Rams showed he's still got juice. He's not just a placeholder. He can make plays. He knows how to find space, and in Shanahan's system, he could easily be a valuable piece. The exciting part, though, is what Barnwell said about the future, because it's not just about McCaffrey or Ayuk. It's not just about George Kittle, who, by the way, finished second only to A.J. Brown in ESPN's receiver score last year. It's about guys like Jawan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall. Jennings was a third down machine. Not flashy, but tough as nails. 5th in the league on third down receptions while barely cracking the top 30 on first and second downs. That's the kind of reliability you want. And then there's Pearsall, who didn't see many targets last year, but was still 25th in receiver score. That's wild. The dude averaged just 1.5 yards per route run, but he was open. Nutty. Chances just didn't come. If he gets more involved this year, we're talking about a legitimate starting wideout who can make this group even scarier. That's what makes all of this so promising. The foundation is still strong. The offensive line, okay, yeah, we can talk about that another time. That's a different conversation. But the weapons, the playmakers, this group is loaded. And if the stars stay healthy, if Pearsall makes that leap, if Robinson finds his groove, if Jennings keeps doing what he does, this offense could easily climb right back to the top of the league. That's not fantasy. That's not wishful thinking. That's based on production, skill, and real potential. And here's the thing. We're just 1 week away from rookies reporting to training camp. It's here. Finally, this is the moment we've been waiting for. The questions are about to get answers. The speculation will give way to performance. And while the frustration from last season still lingers, this team is in position to bounce. Back in a big way. The talent is there. The coaching is there. Now it's just a matter of putting it all together. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a twist that could shake the NFL landscape, whispers around the league are suggesting that Tyreek Hill, the Miami Dolphins superstar wide receiver may be on the verge of a stunning move to the San Francisco 49ers. While nothing has been officially confirmed, multiple sources have indicated that Hill was spotted in the Bay Area, allegedly arriving to finalize talks with the 49ers front office. Could the league's most electrifying deep threat be trading in his tail and orange for red and gold? The speculation picked up steam after several social media accounts reported seeing Hill at the San Francisco International Airport, accompanied by what appeared to be members of his representation team. Adding fuel to the fire, Hill posted a cryptic tweet late last night simply reading, "Gold looks good on me." The post has since been deleted, but not before igniting a storm of reactions from fans and insiders alike. Should the 49ers manage to pull off this move, it would arguably give them the most dynamic offense in the NFL. Pairing Hill's blazing speed and game-breaking ability with Kyle Shanahan's innovative play calling and an already star-studded cast, featuring Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, and Christian McCaffrey, would make the Niners an even more terrifying force in the NFC. Of course, the Dolphins have given no indication that they are looking to move on from Hill, who is still under contract and remains one of the team's most vital assets. But in the NFL, where surprises are the norm and cap gymnastics are an art form, anything is possible. Perhaps there's a blockbuster trade brewing behind closed doors, one that could shift the balance of power heading into the 2025 season. As always, this remains in the realm of speculation for now. But if these rumors prove true, the 49ers may be gearing up to take an already championship caliber roster to unprecedented heights. Stay tuned. The offseason just got a whole lot more interesting. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.